This is a review of the Happy Spring exhibition by Chim-Pom, the artist group Chim-Pom, in Tokyo's Mori Art Museum. And they are really wonderful series of works. And this is a massive retrospective of this artist group. And I had the privilege to know some of the members, including Ellie, the female artist who is at the center of this artist group, and I was impressed by what they have achieved. But in this review, I would like to focus on one art, which is where they drew Japanese word pika over the atomic dome in Hiroshima. Needless to say, Hiroshima was the place where the atomic bomb was dropped for the first time in the history of humanity by American forces. And it is a fact that the atomic bomb did a really terrible damage to the city of Hiroshima, and tens of thousands of people died from it. And but how can we come to grips with that brutal force that was unleashed by the atomic bomb? And the Chim-Pom group came up with this idea of drawing pika with the smoke emitted from an airplane flying over the atomic dome. And pika is really a famous onomatopoeia word in Japanese to describe the intense light emitted from the atomic bomb at the time of explosion. And this intense light, pika, was the harbinger of the terrible brutal force that was exerted on the peoples of Hiroshima at the time. So the act of drawing this Japanese word with the smoke emitted from the airplane over the skies of Hiroshima was also, of course, really controversial. It had some negative reactions. But when you think about it, I actually had some conversation with a group. It was a really arduous, strenuous effort to draw this word over the skies of Hiroshima, because you really need to plan everything carefully. If there was a strong wind, the letters would be blown away, and you had to have a really trained pilot, and he had to do a really incredibly complicated act over the skies of the atomic dome, and all this was meticulously planned, and it costed a lot of money, but they did that, and this incredible ability for humans to do something complicated was actually behind the forces of the Manhattan Project, which created the atomic bomb. So the same set of human, abilities, human will, was behind the artwork of Pika over the skies of the atomic dome, and the Manhattan Project. So I think Chim-Pom's work was a deeply resonant answer to the perils brought about by the atomic bomb and nuclear weapons, because we are living in an era where the president of a really big superpower is threatening to use the nuclear weapons again in Europe, which is unthinkable, but he's saying that anyway. And this power of the nuclear weapon is something that we cannot really resist or confront with human dimensions. So, but it is also a fact that the atomic bomb was made through human efforts, and in that positive sides of our existence, like planning, executing, grit, and collaboration, so was important. So the same set of abilities, the same set of goodwill, if you like, was behind the atomic bomb and the artwork of Chim-Pom, which drew the word Pika over the atomic dome. So this ambivalence, this really poignant confrontation of the two manifestations of human possibilities. This is the most wonderful aspect of the artwork of Chim-Pom. And I really, really was moved. And Chim-Pom has been involved in many, many different styles of fine modern art, contemporary art. But I think if you look back on the activities, probably this word artwork of drawing Pika over the atomic dome in Hiroshima would come out as historically the most significant and most poignant. And with that, probably we might actually find a way to get out of this labyrinth of uh, brutality and incredibly stupid political maneuvers and this conundrum through which we are all going through at this age and in this century in Europe and elsewhere. So, if you live in Tokyo, I really recommend you to go to the Happy Spring exhibit in Mori Museum. This is a really great manifestation of the wonderful performances by this art group Chim-Pom.